Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom. Life is good. Welcome to day 2,836 of What's You Up To Now. Today we are doing all this month No Nonsense November, both in Supersize Your Business and the Be a Better You Annual Challenge, and in my school community, which I am making massive changes in because I want to go more in the direction that people in the group want to go. So I'm going to talk to each one of them and ask them, the ones that are in there already, and then we're going to make some changes because I want it to be a place like I didn't have when I was building and growing my businesses, or when I was going through different areas and things in my life, that it would have been nice to have a platform and a place and a community of people I could go and just say, hey, what's up with this? How do I do this? And things like that. I also want to bring in experts in different areas and aspects to share their wisdom and their lessons learned, the things that they've learned throughout their life and their business growth and development that have served them really, really well. Because we need to learn from people's by modeling what's working for them, but we have to remember that what we see is only the tip of the iceberg ever. Even when they are open books and authentic and vulnerable and share everything with us, guess what? We still don't see everything, right? We don't even be honest with ourselves in terms of whatever is going on in our own heads at any given time, much less could we ever understand all of the things that other people have been through. And we're all here to go through and have our own journey, our own experiences. Well, today, for No Nonsense November, we're talking about drama and dropping the drama in different areas and aspects of our life. And in addition to that, I added consistency because I looked through the list of topics I'm talking about and I didn't have consistency on there. Why? Because it's one of those things that I have become over the course of my life, very, very consistent and predictable, that I didn't even realize until other people pointed it out to me. Now, I know I do the same things and I create habits and that, but I didn't see it as an advantage, but it absolutely positively is. If you do one little thing every single day, I say this all the time, I've been saying it for almost a decade. If you do one thing every day, just a little thing to improve a certain area or aspect of your life, or like the annual challenge, every area and aspect of your life, we focus on 1 month at a time. And then this month in No Nonsense November, we talk about all of the biggest lessons learned that we've had and how we can apply them to our lives. You automatically become a better human being, a better business person, a better whatever it is you want, right? And you get whatever it is that you want by working and moving toward it a little bit at a time. We don't usually go from here to here immediately. It takes little steps along the way. And it takes us becoming the person that is capable of handling that level of whatever it is that we want, the level of money, the level of notoriety, the level of fame, the level of influence, whatever it is for you that you're seeking to have more of in your life. So we talked about that, talked about consistency, ways to be consistent. Then I challenge everybody to, for the next 7 days, pick one new thing. I'm going to pick a new thing because I already have habits of the things that I'm consistent at. You know, today is day 2,836 of a daily video. I missed 1 day for COVID, but otherwise pretty much shown up every day. It might be later in the day sometimes, depending on what's going on with my schedule or if I'm traveling, but I show up. I just do, because at some point, it became easier to keep the commitment to myself that I was going to do it every day than to not do it. Are there days I don't feel like doing it? Of course there are, right? Sometimes I got a gravel, gritty voice. Sometimes I'm just exhausted from the day before. I didn't have a good night's sleep or something. You know what? We all still lose nights of sleep for whatever reason. But I still do it. I still get up. I show up. And that's 90% of it. I used to say and tell my kids, hey, 80% of success in life is just showing up. But I really think it's more like 95%, because so many people don't show up even for themselves, much less for other people or for things that they've said they're going to do. And we're going to talk about that. Those are a couple of the biggest lessons that I've learned in my lifetime, is doing what you say you're going to do, keeping your word to yourself. Those are a couple things we'll talk about as part of No Nonsense November. Working on my school community, going to see massive changes there. Try to get ChatGPT to help me create a workbook for this challenge, the No Nonsense November challenge. And I wanted to do one that I could use for both Be a Better You Annual Challenge and Supersize Your Business. And of course, I got a list of topics, but then as I asked it to create the workbook for me, it changed up all the topics. I have no idea why, but it's very confusing. So I'm working off 3 different lists of topics as I talk, and today is probably the last day I'm going to try that nonsense. And I'm just going to go with the list of topics that are sort of connected. Like, for example, today was drop the drama. How does that play out in our personal life? What stories do we keep telling ourselves, even if they're not true because they're from when we were 14 years old? And we're letting that play out in our life because we built upon it for decades. And with respect to our business, I shared the story of keeping a cool head and focus in a situation instead of getting all dramatic and contributing to the chaos, because chaos and drama doesn't really work that well in our businesses. That's it. I'm doing a 21-day manifesting challenge with Victoria Gallagher, who I absolutely adore. We had a mastermind, a pop-up mastermind yesterday with some incredible people that gave me a bunch of ideas for my community and just a lot of confidence in moving forward. If I can help you in any way, if you want to know about the school community, it is going to be going from Supersize Your Business, and that will be a segment of it. And then I'm adding a whole component about who I am and what's really of interest to me and to other people. And that is foundational if you want to supersize and grow your business. Again, if you aren't the person that's capable of holding the space for that big business, you won't get it. It won't manifest. It won't show up in your life until you become and have the identity of the person. And you do that before you actually have the thing. I know, it's crazy. It's amazing the fun stuff I'm learning in different school communities. All right. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.